Here we are, day 20 on the advent calendar. Only 5 more days till Christmas. So, that means only some more packs left. Today, we have Gatecrash. So yes, another Ravnica set, but we're going back. Gatecrash would have been just right before I went and got into Magic. So, although I started in Theros, it was still in that standard, which meant that I was around for all of the Shocklands and fun that you had there. I'm trying to remember Gatecrash, because each time they try to reorganize which guilds appear in which set. And I believe that this one is the one that includes the Boros and Orzhov. Maybe the Dimir? Not sure. Let's find out. Okie dokie. So then, let's see, what would we have in here? I know that things like Aurelia's Fury is something that went up in price thanks to combos with Hinata. We also have the Shocklands, of course. Aurelia herself is pretty awesome. What else? Come on. This is a really tough pack to get into and crack here. Really earning that 13 plus. There we go. Alrighty. And we start with a massive raid. 1 red for an instant that deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of creatures you control. This one's a little strange. And I've seen a lot of these kind of go wide strategies that use spells like this. In red, usually they're a lot less costed. Oh well. Let's see here. Nightwatch. 4 and a white will get you a sorcery. Put 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance onto the battlefield. A little high costed maybe, but hey, if you want to put those bodies into play, I guess that's definitely, Boros wanted to go wide with Battalion in this set, so making sense. Contaminated Ground. 1 in a black for an aura to enchant a land. That land becomes a swamp. Whenever enchanted land becomes tapped, its controller loses 2 life. Interestingly enough, it's not, when that land adds mana, it's the old City of Brass thing. So if they tap the land for, say, it has another aura attached to it, to tap it to draw a card, or if you tap it with Mercadia, okay. Not something that's going to be game-breaking, but it's an interesting card that you don't see many coming up again. Greenside Watcher. 1 in a green for a 2/1 elf druid who taps to untap target gate. Is this relevant now that gates are good, or is it just, there are plenty of other elves out there that untap your lands? It's just cool to have one that references it, I think. Shattering Blow. 1 and a Boros hybrid mana. Instant, exile target artifact. I just remembered that this set... Does this set include the fused cards, or was that Dragon's Maze that had those? I know Dragon's Maze had them, but is there a chance of a wear and tear in this pack? Drakewing Krasis. 1 green-blue for a 3/1 flying trampler. Lizard Drake. Not some bad stats at all. Yeah, I could see that being a pretty nice little body. Purge the Profane. 2 white-black gets you a sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards, and you gain 2 life. Well, there's what the white is stapling onto there in this card, this version of Mind Rot. Ruination Worm. 4 red-green gets you a 7/6 vanilla worm. Yeah, sometimes you just need those big beats. And Gotta give it to the Gruul. They know how to do big beats. Shielded Passage for a single white is an instant. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn. Yeah. If you're looking for protection. Razor Tip Whip. 2 mana for an artifact. As soon as I heard whip, I was wondering, wait a minute, equipment? But no. Just a normal artifact. 1 and tap it. Deal 1 damage to target opponent. Huh. Okay. This is one that I definitely did not remember. I wonder, just it's very cheap, obviously, to ping for 1 from there. But are there many other artifacts that have been like this? Just cheap sources just to ping away. Something to think of later. Zamek Guildmage. Green and a blue for a 2/2 elf wizard. You can play green and a blue, and this turn each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1 counter on it. You can also, green and a blue, and remove a +1 counter from a creature you control to draw a card. Yeah, the Simic were all about them +1 counters, with Evolve coming along nicely in this set. Let's see. Come on. We have... Oh, Rapid Hybridization. Here's a card that's still good in Commander. Single blue for an instant. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. That creature's controller gets a free Frog Lizard creature token. So, yeah, Pongify, just with a different name and a different creature type, is still pretty decent. And, you know, if you're looking for ways to just bend that color pie just a little bit more, this is the kind of stuff that Blue really enjoys, as well as just instant speed. Yeah, this is a good card, and still is. Well, next up. Guardian of the Gateless. 4 and a white. For a free angel, which can block any number of creatures, flies, and whenever it blocks, it gets +1 until end of turn for each creature it's blocking. I know a friend used to run this for giggles in his Avacyn deck. Just, you know, make it indestructible and just block forever, effectively. Fun times. Last one. Let's have a look. Undercity Plague. 4 black for a sorcery. Target player loses a life, discards a card, then sacrifices a permanent. So basically a Pox. With Cipher. So once you cast it, you may exile the spell encoded onto a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. I don't know if Cipher really was ever a beloved mechanic. It was hefty costed cards. They didn't want to give too much advantage off of the free spell that you get each time. But, you know, it was still a cool idea. Did its work. Now, I know Dragon's Maze changed it to have the fetch lands. To change it to have the shock lands in place of the normal land slot. Does Gatecrash do the same? Nope. But a very, very pretty Ravnican Mountain. You've got to admire just some of the arts. Ravnica really had some of these great cityscapes that fit this so well. Back before full arts were so available and I customized my decks with a lot of different ones, Ravnica lands were always kind of the go-to. And last but not least is our token, a 1/1 Flying Horror. So yeah, Gatecrash is a nice return there from the Return to Ravnica set. And we've got just a couple of days left on the calendar. So I hope that we join us tomorrow, and I hope that we find something nice waiting.